Hello, good evening, SC viewers. If you are new to this channel, kindly like, share, subscribe, and please do not forget to hit the notification bell. Mr. Chinedu, we have seen a surprise issue in Nigeria, talking about Igbos refusing to join Nigerian army. We have seen a military personnel or a military personnel moving from state to state in the southern part of the country and some parts of South, pleading with the youth, talking to the traditional rulers, religious leaders, to speak to the youth, to please come and embrace and join Nigerian army and give career.
They leave Nigerian army for Nigeria army people. As simple as that. Leave Nigerian army for Nigerian army people, so that you will not come back and say, they are the one that planned the coup. They are the one that did this. Why are you begging them? They say they are not interested, and they have their reason why they are not interested. They have already been elected, and they should not join the Nigerian military. When Mazin Namdekan was talking about the issue of Fulani in Nigeria, how many of them believed it? They feel that it's not necessary, it does not matter, it is not true, it's not connected to truth, there's no form of truth anywhere, any day. But gradually, Nigerians are witnessing, Fulanization and Islamization, politically, militarily, which not only that, with conquest agenda attached to it. Let me give you an example. I keep on asking the Hausas, who are about 66 million in population in the north. Then the Fulanis, about 13 million population. Look at the margin, look at the difference. Then how come 13 million is dominating 66 million? And for what we gathered, these 13 million people, we are not indigenous people of the north. So what they are looking at, is another way to, corner or pretend to be in relationship with the Easterners and lure them into the military and kill them. That's the plan.
You think that's their plan?
That's the plan. We saw it. If it's not their plan, how can you be killing somebody with ordinary flag? Like, how can you invade somebody in the Kano's house and wipe 28 people, and you are saying those people should come and those people you will kill, wake them up, let them come and join the Nigerian military?
But you can clearly see some military personnel of Igbo extraction.
Bro, this is an atmosphere of reality. Igbos understand their own style of warfare. The Biafra knows what they mean, what their style of warfare when it comes to engaging the enemy. They know what to do. This is not a moment of shoot me and shoot you. War has gone beyond shoot me and shoot you. We are talking about technology. We are talking about innovation. Let them go, and those who kept Nigeria under siege, under bondage, Yorubas and Hausas, they should look for military and let them go and join the military and rescue Nigeria.
No, what I'm saying is,
bro, no,
let me bring question so that you answer it.
Okay.
Let me bring question. What I'm saying is this, that this particular recruitment exercise, 200 is allotted to 200 positions is allotted to Enugu, for instance. In Kano also, they already have about 3,000 people who have applied. In Enugu, they have not gotten up to 100 applications.
Okay, they cannot, if they like, let them be 1 million. They can never conquer Biafra land when it comes to, real armed struggle. No,
what I'm saying is,
we are saying, yes, we are not interested. I've told you the reason why we are not interested. We are not interested. They have already made us not to be non-Nigerians. They have labeled us non-Nigerians. They have made us to understand clearly our position in this geographical territory. And we understand it. We took it with both hands. We struggled. But no, Nigeria doesn't need pity because Nigeria never pitied an Igbo man. I can tell you. So whatever sacrifice the Igbos have done in the past for Nigeria, please let it be on the record. Maybe only Igbo get to Nigeria. Other people.
So they are slot. Who they leave it for?
And they should give it to Yorubas and Hausas because that's those that are taking their slot already. They should. Bro, is it not a blessing to them? They should multiply it so that all of them will join together and move ahead. As simple as that. The spirit of Igbos has left Nigeria for decades now, and they must understand that.
Nigeria,
you know why? When we say we are not joining any protest, we are not part of any this thing, we are not anything they do. Let them themselves, even if Peter Obi become president today, bro, we are not interested in this entity called Nigeria.
Even if Peter Obi's presidency,
I am telling you, unless the world refuses to recognize Biafra, I'm telling you the honest truth, and that's the truth. Everything is being targeted on Igbo man, if there is sabotage Igbo, if there is misappropriation Igbo, if there is hate Igbo, everything is factored out. And I can't be part of the continued conspiracy of pretending not to know the truth because you feel that why are you bringing Igbo factor into the Nigerian military? Again, Nigeria.
Are you not seeing a better Nigeria in P2B's presidency?
What?
Are you not seeing a better Nigeria in P2B's presidency?
But even if it's not for 8 years, we'll come back to square one. So what is it? After P2B presidency, what happened? I'm asking you now. After P2B presidency, then what happened? Then we are back to square one.
You will abuse your legacy.
No, yes, we are back to square one.
You will abuse your legacy.
And they will come with their agenda and smash it. We'll go back to square one.
Now,
Mr.
Chinedu Michael, let me take you to the angle of your brother, talking about Joe Igbokwe. He have said it clearly, though this is a close ally of Tinubu when it comes to political. He said the marginalization of Igbos comes with consequence. Surprisingly, this is coming from Joe Igbokwe, a close ally of Tinubu, telling Tinubu.
All these people don't leave them alone. I don't care about Joe Igbokwe. Unfortunately, I don't know whether he has been denied of any appointment. Why? So
would that be the reason?
360 degrees U-turn. Unfortunately, that's Joe Igbokwe for you. You can try to go another line tomorrow. You might not know. But if he has aligned himself with the reality, that he even said it under Bola Ahmed Tinubu's appointment, the Igbos are still experiencing extreme marginalization.
What does that speak for to the presidency of Tinubu?
I don't know whether there's any presidency called the presidency of Tinubu. I don't think there's any president in Nigeria. I don't think there's any president in Nigeria. I want to take a lead from Aisha Yusuf saying that Nigeria has no president. And you can see it. Look at the issue of drugs. Look at a lot of things are involved.
If I may ask you, what does it mean for the image of Nigerian government?
The Hausas and the Yorubas have never for one day. We know that they don't. Okay, Joe Igbokwe, do you know how many years he served on that? For him to come out and say my Igbo marginalization has a consequences, he should be able to know. They are together working. They are together. They are the ones that should provide the military themselves. Go and beg Northerners, Hausas and Yoruba youth to join the Nigerian military. They should leave Igbo completely out of it.
So Joe Igbokwe should bring his children to feed Igbo slots.
Is Joe Igbokwe not an Igbo man? I don't understand the aspect of this question.
No, the way you are pushing Joe Igbokwe out of, I said he's a brother.
He's an Igbo man.
Is he not your brother?
If he's like my brother, I should allow him to take it. But even if Joe Igbokwe is a lost sheep, but the fact is still remains, he's an Igbo man. And he knows. Why would he be saying that Joe Igbokwe should go and feed that slot?
No, I'm asking a question. I'm only asking a question because you didn't want to speak about Joe Igbokwe. I've told you, unfortunately for Joe Igbokwe, that maybe they didn't give him any appointment, and that's why he's looking at that, saying that out of the Tinubu's appointment, the Igbos are still being extremely marginalized. Are you knowing these are some things we have known how many years ago, and it's ongoing. Even when it becomes an Igbo man's turn, you can see what Tinubu said. They came out because the Northerners, the Fulanis, align with the agenda. They should go and do their thing the way they like. They came out and said they had structure. They are the one that own it, even when they know the reality. So what does that tell you? It's a clear message that what is happening in Nigeria is being powered and supported by Bola Ahmed Tinubu in alignment with, in alliance with the Fulanis. Are you saying Joe Igbokwe like a prodigal son? And if he's a prodigal son, who came back to the father?
Bro, if I don't understand, I've met Joe Igbokwe one-on-one.
I understand he's your brother.
Yes, I've met him. I don't know. You don't need to say you. I don't know if you understand he's my brother. By his name, you should know. I don't want to know where he comes from. He's another brother man. You understand? But I've had interactions with him some time ago, many years ago, and I can tell you, his position and what he does. These are people Bola Ahmed Tinubu pick from scratch and made them what they are, and they don't feel like moving out from that quarters, from that space where they felt that it was the quarters that made them. That's the orientation. As simple as that. Likewise, every other person. You saw Red Omokri championing drug protest in London against Tinubu. Where is him now? Bola Daniel, a spokesperson to Atiku. What happened? So you can see.
So maybe those are stomach infrastructure.
No, bro, no, that is the same thing I'm telling you now. You should know the same thing I'm talking about your Igbokwe too. You understand? But if you have said that anyway, it tells you that, you know, the gang up is still ongoing. But let me tell you, any day they realize that the Igbos were not conquered in Nigeria, maybe they will start to have a rethink. That's the fact.
I think I must say very thank you for that.
If you like, don't say thank you.
But that does not take away the fact that we are trying to look at how to come about referendum if Adenana Kalo is let out of the room.
My brother, let me tell you, see, I can tell you that somebody was just saying it, but it's not the Northerners, Awusas. Awusa does not, is the Fulani, or whatever they call themselves. I've given you the statistics now. In the South, but the issue of Tisdo political zone is because of crude oil. You know. The issue that came about with for endorsement of Tisdo is because of crude oil. But we don't need the Northerners to tell us. We don't need the federal government of Nigeria to tell us. What we are seeking is solidarity with the international community and world leaders to recognize Biafra as a nation. As simple as that. That's what we need. France is out of it completely. So once we get that recognition, that's what we're seeking. And that's why you are seeing so much diplomatic relationship, you know, going on at the international space. Biafra popularity growing on daily basis, spreading. We have already conducted the referendum, and the only thing we can do is that to extend the referendum to Ambassador and some part of Middle Belt, and the deal is done. That's as simple as that. And no inch of Biafra land will be ceded to anybody at the end of the day. That's the fact, and that's the reality. So there's no need of Nigerian Igbo youth joining Nigerian army. It's a waste of time, and they are not professional. They are not well equipped. Everything is just ordered by the Fulani. So it's another way of trying to make sure that the Igbo youths are being killed and pretend that they join army. It's unfortunate. We are wiser than what they think at this point in time.
Now, lastly, what is your message for military personnel who are of Igbo extraction, top military personnel for that matter, who are in the midst of the Igbos trying to plead with them to join
Our guy, if you look at what we have, everywhere is Yoruba now. We are not, wherever they have Igbo military top personnel, we don't even know. We don't hear their names. So I doubt whether there's any in Nigerian military.
I must say